So, as you see, we really need a ladder on this car. Are you okay, so?
I can't breathe.
My name's Daniel.
And my name is Solveig. And this is our van, Sol.
And we just took a road trip that you might already have seen a video of together with Simon and Benedicta. What's the backstory? When did we get Sol?
Yeah, a couple of years ago we had been looking at cars like this for a little time, and then we found this one and we kind of fell in love with it, and we bought it. And then we've been to some longer trips with it and also some small trips.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to explore more of Norway and also Europe with our car in the future.
Do you want to have a look inside? Alright, welcome to the inside of our van. Just so you have sort of broad understanding and could look up other cars, other vans of this sort. This is a VW T3 from 1986. It was converted by a British company called Autohomes, who put on a high top roof and did the interior. It's at one point it must have then been exported to Norway, where we bought it. So the van has a petrol engine. It's a 2.1 liter engine for those of you who are especially interested in it. So it's one of the stronger engines that you can get in a T3 when it comes to petrol engines. It's trusty and it runs quite well. First, thought I would present to you like the main sort of camping systems that we have: the electricals, the gas heating, and the wiring of various things. So in these old Autohomes, we have just like one control panel, and it's kind of you'd see that in all the Autohomes that they have this panel right here which controls all the different appliances and such. There's a thermostat that is not operational in our van. We only use the van in the summer, so we are so far doing well without it. There is also a 240 volt outlet here, which can be accessed and used when the car is plugged into the mains. I'll show you the mains ports afterwards. There's a water feeler gauge. It measures how much water there is in our tank, which you can have a look at now. And all the controls for the mains going on and off, whether our van is charging, touring, or on site, and the 12 volt mains power switch. All the interior lighting here is connected to a 12 volt battery, extra battery that supplies power to all the appliances, such as the fridge, the lights. As I mentioned, we have some USB sockets that we have inserted into various places, as well as the stereo and water pump and so on. So what you're looking here is kind of the main kitchen unit. It houses the sink, which sits under this lid here. It has the gas hob top. We can open that up so you can have a look. That's how that looks. It's a little dirty from our last meal. It's got 3 burners, variable adjustment of the gas, and serves all the purposes that we need. Furthermore, you have the original Electrolux refrigerator, which still works quite well. In fact, currently got our food in here. It's got a little freezer, which does get cold and actually does produce ice if we need, which is quite nice when we are in hot places and we'd like a cold drink. with some ice in. It has three functions in fact. You have the gas cooling, which is great for when you're camping and you want to conserve power. So when we arrive at our campsite, we will fire up the gas and leave that running, and that will keep things cold for a long while. Then there's also an electrical function, either through the mains power or through the 12 volt. Over here as well we have the cupboard where we have a lot of our kitchen accessories. Looking a little messy, but that's life on the road. And you'll see that there are some switches here that we'll get a close-up of that control the gas supply to the gas top, this fridge, and also that gas heater, which we don't have anymore. That would have been sitting down here before. So we're thinking about getting one, maybe if we want to extend the time that we travel throughout to the colder parts of the year. Smoke alarm, smoke detector, and another gas alarm, which just sits down there, and if there should be a gas leak anywhere, hopefully it will alert us before we get poisoned by gas.
We have a lot of storage in this van. So here we have storage for drinks and oils, and also we have storage in all these ones, and also I have to drag it. Also we can have plates here, glasses, cups, and then we have actually made this window again because it was a bit broken, and we have these curtains, so it will be totally dark when it's when you want to sleep. And also here we have made curtains. So the curtains, they're going all the way around in the whole car. So when it's night, it will be totally dark here. We also have these magnets, so we stick them here if we want it to be totally dark. In Norway, it's very light in the nighttime, so it's very smart. Also, we have storage over here. There we have a lot of space, so we can put all our things, and that brings me to the table. We have made this table, so we put this one, and then you see the table up here. Take it out. Yes, we just put it like this, and then we have a table. You can also move it all the way around, and then we can eat dinner. Perfect. Yeah, and also we have a lot of storage here as well. For example, this little thing, a mirror where I can have my makeup and different things. And yeah, like this. And also here we have made these boxes in the same material. And this. So we have a lot of places where we can put all our things. These ones that are very smart for books and stuff that we just want to have close by.
We're gonna have a look inside the back here, the hatch of the car. Currently it's being used in the driving setup. We'll just have all our gear back here. Our picnic basket is invaluable. One of the favorite things that I have come to appreciate a lot about this van is that it has drawers under the bed, and I use that to have a bunch of things that are helpful to have in a car. Normally, in normal times, I would only use one of these for my tools, but currently, since I've been doing a lot of repairs, I have more tools here. Bar to release the nuts on the wheels in case I need to change them, my trusty manual from Haynes, and a bunch of other bits and bobs that are helpful. Under here is the engine bay as well. It's a little more of a hassle to access than maybe in some other cars that don't have this, because it means literally getting it all out, and there have been times when we're on a highway or something, it's raining, and I actually have to pull it all out to have a look in the engine. But such is life. Over here, again, there's a cupboard that houses our clothes. It can be accessed from the inside using this one. So we use it to keep currently just a bunch of clothes. So this van is a high top van, and some vans have the pop tops, but this one is fixed. There's good things and bad things about it. The good thing is that we always have standing room, and really don't have to do a lot to prepare for the night. We can just park and use the place. So it's very convenient. There's less sleeping room because we only have the downstairs bed. There are 2 windows. They are not the original windows. One of them was here when we bought it, but it actually flew off in a highway at high speed, and so we were stuck having to fix it with a quick fix. Basically cut it out of the shape, glued it on, and added some screws here. It works okay. In the future I'd like to build a frame around it, and possibly a frame on the inside to make it look a little bit more part of the whole car, because it kind of looks homemade now. And on that subject of aesthetic finishes, but also function, this is something that I just put on. It's a plastic frame that will stop rain or excessive air from entering into the cab if you have the window open a little bit. So what you're looking at here is the sort of utility size of the car. They've chosen in this car to put this on the exterior. I like that. We have this little hatch right here, which contains our gas tank, also some sort of things that we might need on the road. So you'll see there's a 5-liter steel gas tank in here. I think this is the only one that would fit. Also have some wires so that I can hook the car to the electricals, hook it onto a power outlet if I want to sit on a campsite or something. Then the power socket here. Over here you have the water fill point. It's locked. I guess no one can steal our water. The good old roof hatch sitting right here. We have a 50-watt flexible solar panel that is just literally glued straight to the roof. I think I could get a little bit more efficiency out by raising it off the roof so that there's better air circulation under. That panel hooks with wires through down here, and then I've used a plastic mold inlet that I have glued on top of the holes that I had to make to get these wires into the car. The way I've made it here means that I can actually expand the system if I want, because I can literally just hook. I have these switches, these cable connectors on the outside. That means that I can hook on a different panel if I want, or put another panel in series or parallel if I want to expand that. The cables then run through here and then into the side of the roof and go all the way down to the front to the battery, which we're going to have a look at next. Alright, so you're looking at the fuse box, the charge controller, and the leisure battery. And there's another fuse box back here. Leisure battery is a 70 amp hour 12 volt battery, AGM, for those of you who are especially interested. Chose that partially because of cost. Lithium is very expensive, and also I'm not entirely convinced that it is as good as they say. But yeah, for now, this works quite well, and it keeps all our electrical needs covered for a while. Everything is running on 12 volts, but we are considering getting an inverter that can sort of charge up a few things that it can't charge up for 12 volts. There's also a master switch that I've installed that kind of just switches off the solar system. Solar wires, they come out through the top. Back here you can see they come down and then they go straight into this charge controller. Currently we're at 14 volts on the battery, so that means it's fully charged after a day of sun. So under this sofa or bed section, when we do this is how we extend our bed for the sleeping position. you'll see that there's a huge tank here. It's 55 liters. And there's a feeler for how much water there is, which is not functional. But this tank gets filled through main pipe that goes out to this part we looked at earlier. And this is an overflow that goes out and dumps below the car in the event that we should fill it too much. The second thing we do to prepare to put it into the sleeping position is to flip it out as such. Make sure there's just nothing in the way, and it snaps in like that. And put our bed sheets out, and we're ready to go. Welcome to our balcony, because this car, unlike many others, has a little space back here, and it can be used for a lot of different things. Usually we use it for storage. I'm dreaming about building, putting a roof box on top of here with a pop-top roof and a tent inside, which would be a great way of expanding the space of the van. Let's just get that ladder first.
Can we please go down now?
Yeah, I think we need to say goodbye to our viewers first.
Okay, goodbye. It was lovely to show you our van.
Yeah, really lovely. Actually, we really enjoyed showing you this, and yeah, we hope you want to check it out. And hey, you can even rent this, so check the link in the description. Bye bye.
Don't leave me hanging.